Here comes the recording. There we go. Welcome everybody to the August 29th chamber meeting. And who do we get for the flag? How did that get there?
Oh my God.
What is that? Is that our chief of police?
That's not the flag.
That's the flag. Okay, fun's over. Okay, who's getting it started?
Merritt.
Okay, ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
I'm the chair for the day, and I'm here to welcome everybody. Is there any new members that would like to make any announcements? Anybody new? No, but we have some older people with announcements. Amy, hit us with it.
Okay, September 24th, it's coming up. It's Sip of Cider. It's back and better than ever. It's no more cider garden. There's no fenced in cider garden. It's going to be super great. And I need volunteers for it, 1. 2, I would like to plug North Coast Tickets. That's where you get your ticket. But if you or you know somebody who might be interested in volunteering, you could reach out to me at amy@wildsoulsranch.org. It's going to be a good time. Thank you.
And you've got a mini Mural session. Are those slots all full?
Oh, they're not full. You can book your little photo shoot with Mural at the barn by Fundraiser.
Yeah, I know. I just want Mural in the photo. I don't need me in the photo, but
Yeah.
He's so cute. Awesome. Heather, did you want to talk about Elevate?
Thank you. Hello. For those of you who had to hear this last week, so sorry. But thank you, Fortuna Chamber, for putting some messaging out via social media. That was awesome. I've had some really great response. So for those of you who haven't heard my spiel, my name's Heather Bittner. I'm with the Eureka Chamber of Commerce, and I teach the digital marketing class. It's a grant-funded class for small businesses in Humboldt, which means free to you. I would love it if you could help me get the word out. You're welcome to join the class, that is. Well, the chamber too, but don't tell Fortuna Chamber I said that. So dates for the classes, we have filled up the morning class, which is awesome. So I opened an afternoon, which is going to be September 6th, 13th, and 20th at 2 p.m. I kind of have room. If you're like super passionate, we'll squeeze you into the Monday class, which is 6 p.m. at September 12th, 19th, and 26th. So I have tentative October dates booked. If you can't make any of those, please reach out to me anyway, and we'll get you in the October class. The grant funding goes through March of 2023. We'll probably get an extension because we've had some staffing issues in the last couple of years of this grant. But anyway, please help us get the word out. So we've helped, by the time the September classes are done, we've helped 100 businesses in Humboldt this year, which I'm super proud of. That is the bare minimum for the grant, and we're doing it 6 or 8 months early. So I'm really proud of that. So that's why it's being opened up to all the other chambers and their members, and it's already open to any business in Humboldt. So if you have any questions, hop on our website. It's just eurekachamber.com/elevate, which is the name of the digital marketing program. Or you can message me directly, heather@eurekachamber.com. Any questions?
That's great. Good job on that.
Thanks.
That's it. Yeah, that's a great program. Good job. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to run through my announcements. First, the bad news, minimum wage is going up to $15.50. That has been confirmed by the California Department of Finance. Anytime inflation exceeds 7% over the previous 12 months, they will raise the minimum wage for all employers. So doesn't matter your employee size, everybody goes to $15.50 on January 1st of 2023. If you have salaried exempt employees, please make sure that they are at that minimum threshold. Tonight is a public engagement meeting with the County Economic Development Department. They are working on their comprehensive economic development strategy. That'll be tonight at the River Lodge from 5:30 to 7, and you can learn more at HumboldtRising.com. Also tonight at 6:30 is Pasta and Paint Night at Bear River Casino with local artist Ken Nunes. You can get tickets at bearrivercasino.com. This Wednesday is the deadline for businesses with on-site alcoholic beverage service to have their staff trained in the responsible beverage service. That is a new requirement that also applies to nonprofits that host events.
I've done it.
Yay, good job. That need a one-day special permit. So, just keep that in mind. Salons, barbershops that offer a complimentary wine with their service, not included, they're exempt from this, but anybody that has a need for a one-day special permit, make sure that you get trained because it is now on the application. Fortuna's First Fridays returns this Friday, goes from 6 to 8. The Fortuna Canine officers will be in attendance with music by the Scotia Band, entertainment by the Axe Box, which is an axe throwing trailer, I believe. You can have some fun with that. What else do they have going on? The Fortuna Skate Park is going to be there, plus local artists and food. Our merchants are open late, so please come to downtown and support our local businesses. On September 9th, there's going to be a community open house at the McLean campus. That is the campus right behind Newburgh Park. You can visit the Fortuna Senior Center, Humboldt Senior Resource Center, Redwood Coast PACE, and the Gene Lucas Community Center. That's going to run from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, you can contact 443-9747. The Humboldt Botanical Gardens Garden Gala is also coming up on Saturday, September 10th. That is from 1 to 5, as well as a Fortuna concert series is that night as well, featuring piano voce. And then don't forget, sexual harassment prevention training is being offered by the Fortuna Chamber. Make sure that you sign up for that. It is for 5 or more employees. Remember, independent contractors, unpaid interns, full-time, part-time staff, and owners all count towards that 5-employee threshold. So even though you don't have to train all of your independent and unpaid workers, you do need to count them towards that 5-person threshold. So keep that in mind. And then Monday is Labor Day, and our office will be closed in observance of the holiday. So everybody have a great day off and a nice 3-day weekend. And with that, I will turn it back to Melissa and we'll get Ben going.
Becky, do you have anything to say?
Melissa,
Ray does. Hit us, Ray.
Thank you. Fortuna Kiwanis, 2 major events, just in case you haven't heard, are coming right up. Next month, September 17th, is going to be the Quarter Mania major fundraiser. It's a lot of fun. You can buy tables, you can buy individual seats. At the door, the cost is $25 per person, but if you buy ahead of time, it's $20 per person. You can get tickets from myself, or I'll put the flyer on the website. So I think it is already there. So you'll have the contact information on the flyer. The second item is Business Women's Luncheon. We're asking for community organizations to nominate a Woman of the Year and a Business Woman of the Year, Women of Distinction and Business Women of the Year. I have those nominations. For further information, you can either contact me or Janice Simmons. The date on that event is, grab my information here, is, let's see here, October 20th. That's at the River Lodge, and it starts at 12 noon. It should be a lot of fun, and we look to, as we have in the past, seeing all the various businesses represented. Look forward to seeing everyone.
Great.
Hey, Ray, I had a question for you. On the women's luncheon, are you honoring Kiwanis women or is it
No.
any businesswoman?
We're actually asking for nominations outside of the Kiwanis. They can be Kiwanis, but we'd like
Okay.
to see individuals in the community, particularly women, business women, and women that may not be own their own business or work in business, but have made significant contributions to the community.
Okay, and the nomination form is through you? We
It's
can-
through me, or I can, if you like, I can even put it on your website. If you feel
Oh,
comfortable.
yeah, shoot it to me and I could attach it.
Okay, super, we'll do.
Great. Thanks, Ray. Go
Yep.
ahead, Becky.
Let's see, before I forget, we're having it's not till the end of 1st of October, end of September, we're doing our last Humboldt sponsors rummage sale, which is quite a thing. We've only done it 55 years, so I guess we're time to move on. So get ready, put it on your calendars. Redwood Acres, October 1st from 9 to 3, and it's our biggest fundraiser for the kids in Humboldt County. So that's coming up. That's going to be here before you know it. So save your rummage. If you have any wonderful stuff, give me a call.
Okay,
Question.
Oh, yes,
Heather?
question.
go ahead.
Can I ask a question real quick of Ray? I'm curious about your quarter mania. If you have, are you accepting vendors for that?
No, we're not. We don't have vendors. What we do is
Okay.
we go out and get prizes donated to the event. And then all the quarters that are thrown in the middle of the table come back to the Kiwanis for children's projects.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Sure thing.
Okay, well, my big announcement is that the kids started school today. Yeah. Little Ferndale Mustangs, and that's it. Ray, come get a gift for me for your quarter craze. I'll give you something for the store. And Ben from Lost Coast Communications, welcome.
Hey, how's it going,
You're
guys?
on.
You guys hear me all right?
Oh, yeah.
Audio's good. Cool. All right, let's
Yeah,
get the
good.
share screen up. Boo-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. All right, how's that? Are we all good?
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good. Okay, cool. Well, hey everyone. My name is Ben Bailey. I'm a Lost Coast Communications DJ and account rep. I've been on the team since January of this year, and it's been a pleasure. I also am joined by Patrick Cleary, who's on the chat. I'll probably introduce him after so he can correct anything that I say wrong. If anything is incorrect or something, he's the owner. As you might have heard, Bill Prescott, the GM, has accepted a position at his old company at Sun Valley. And Patrick Cleary will be serving as the interim general manager. So he is with us in the meeting. I'll give him an opportunity to say hello after the presentation. This is Bill was planning to do this, and he kind of handed over to me, mostly because I've been joining you guys since I started working. Janet, you might be familiar with her. She was a DJ and sales rep, much like me, who did a lot of the business in the Eel River Valley as far as marketing from our company to the local businesses in Fortuna, Rio Dell, Scotia, Ferndale, and anywhere south of Eureka. So that's kind of where I've been stationed a bit to try and fill that hole that Janet left. So that's me. You guys have seen me for a bit, and it's been a pleasure being a part of the chamber meetings and the Monday clubs and everything. And I'm stoked to go ahead with this. So let's start with this introduction. There I am. We got the 4 stations there: K-Hum, The Point, K-Slug, The Lounge, Lost Coast Outpost, and Wild Rivers Outpost, which we'll get into each one a little bit. Next slide. So something important to me and that I love about this company, and that I'll give a shout out to Melissa Sanderson for the journal as well, the importance of locally owned media in a community, specifically like Humboldt. I think we're very lucky to live in Humboldt County and have a decent collection of locally owned media sources, much like Melissa, the journal. So we got Eureka Broadcasting, Lost Coast Communications, the Journal, the Enterprise, Mad River Union, Red-Headed Black Belt, KMUD, KET, and Two Rivers Tribune. That's a list of the local that we have locally owned. And then there are some media outlets here in Humboldt that are not locally owned. Time Standard, Digital First Media out of Denver, Bi-Coastal is just a part of a bigger conglomerate. Sinclair Media, of course, owns a lot in this country, and they own ABC, TV, Fox here, the KIM, NBC, out of Texas. Mad River Radio is actually out from Los Angeles, Bill McCutcheon, and KHSU is now ran out of Sacramento. So it's important, I think, and Bill said this too, and it's a mission of our company to recognize that we are locally owned. Move on to the stations that we got. We got, like I said, quite a few outlets. We got K-Hum, and The Point, K-Slug, The Lounge. Like the thing. Radio is really cool. I'm a big radio nerd. I did radio in college in Boston. I went to Emerson College where I did acting and radio, and coming to a community that's so tight knit as Humboldt and being able to do radio in a locally owned, locally programmed station like Lost Coast Communications has just been an absolute blast. No other platform has a live person in studio playing music, answering the phone, starting discussions, and sharing information. And particularly up here because it's free. It comes pre-installed in your car. Kids like it. There's no foul language. And when there's any sort of event like a power outage or a global pandemic, people go to the radio to hear what's going on, or an earthquake. Yeah, just any sort of event that you need something quick. Radios has long been the standing format for emergency response or spread of information like that. It's very accessible. There's no learning curve for radio. You don't need to update your browser. You don't need internet connection. And sometimes you don't even need like a plug-in electricity. If you have a battery or crank radio, you can, how many of you have a radio for your earthquake go bag? It's just very smart to have, especially in parts like these. Fires, you never know. And being that we are in kind of a more part of California that's tucked away. And it really hit me when I moved here. I moved here from Eugene, Oregon, and not too far, it's 5.5 hours, but realizing how secluded we actually are with the redwoods and how far we are from, say, the Bay Area or Eugene, rugged geography, bad cell coverage. I have Verizon, and I think it's so like 9 times out of 10 on 101, I just don't have service, or pockets of Fortuna for Ferndale, I just don't even have that much service. I think people have AT&T or different providers might have better cases, so I've heard, but I personally, there's a lot of times that I'm in Humboldt County that I don't have cell service, and something like the radio and older traditional media formats, I think I think they're alive and thriving here because of factors about Humboldt County and the infrastructure as far as newer media sources that make older sources like more traditional sources like radio thrive and survive. We have 4 live local stations: K-Hum, The Point, K-Slug, and The Lounge. And we do 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, live DJs on air. And we do live programming, interviews, involvement with the community. As an example, Bill told me this story. We've had long formats, interviews with Rex Bone, Mike Wilson, and David Loya, all on some of our stations. And I think with Rex Bone, Bill said, yeah, they had him almost 40 minutes on air and talking about what the county was doing with COVID-19, and as far as I know, no FCC rules were broken by the rules that, from what I heard. But Patrick or someone else from the team might be able to confirm that. But I'm pretty sure he's also a Led Zeppelin fan. We learned that pretty quickly, which is cool. 4 stations we got real quick. I'll go into the details. K-Hum, you see on the left there, 104.7, 104.3. It's our classic freeform Humboldt style radio station founded by Cliff and Amy Berkowitz 26 years ago. Really cool, freeform, community roots oriented, fun station that the DJs just have a lot of fun. Greta and Midge do a great job of keeping the programming lively and in tune with our community, always live and local. The Point, right here, the next one, KWPT, The Point. I was on that earlier this morning, filling in for Betty. I'm also a DJ too on The Point. That's my station that I work on, 100.3, 102.9. That's a classic rock station, pretty popular in the Eel River Valley. Interestingly enough, has a greater listenership with women than other traditional classic rock stations in other markets, which is cool and always good to learn. The Point has my heart because before I was a sales, I actually applied to be a DJ on The Point. And then Betty, who had a lot more experience than I did, came up from the Bay Area, got that, and I started doing sales and weaseling my way into DJing. But The Point, that's my home base. K-Slug, 93.1, 94.5 is the alternative indie rock station. Like a lot of folks tend to think that it's just college age audience, but you'd be surprised by how many of the older age brackets, say like dads or soccer moms tuning into K-Slug. It's actually very popular with the 35 to 55 age bracket. Eastland Ratings we bought the Eastland Ratings. So kind of like Nielsen Ratings, we went through the Eastland Ratings company, and we bought into that and got to some market research in 2021, about a year ago. And we learned that K-Slug actually came out from the number 1 commercial station for the 25 to 54 male and female demographic in the county, above everyone else for that. So, you know, K-Slug is definitely very listened to. It's very popular. If anything, it's kind of the top 40 what's happening now, most contemporary station. That's Sabina does a great job running. She's a program director there, and it's just very popular and really really cool. Different format than The Point and K-Hum. And Lounge 94.1's our newest station, and it's loungy, it's hipster 40s to today, vocal jazz, modern electronica. It's a unique blend. Larry Trask is the program director of that, and that was kind of his vision and stuff, and it's super fun. It's actually a great value for advertising, has strong listenership, but because it is our newer station, we actually have for pretty smaller rates compared to the other 3 for advertising. If you're a marketer just starting out looking for some cheap advertising rates, are getting on the Lounge is really a cool avenue to take for that. So those are the 4 radio stations we have, and there you can see the left picture. Those are actually a picture of our Neyland radio towers that we got. Next slide. Lost Coast Outpost. So yes, another big factor, a huge factor of our company actually, and it's the first thing that I actually found out when I moved here. I moved here to be with my to be with a partner, and I remember she was HSU at the time, Cal Poly Humboldt, and she was saying, oh, like, I was like, this is kind of a small town, and I loved it. I loved the seclusion of it and stuff. And I was like, what do you do? You know, like, where is there to go? What's happening tonight? You know? And then she's like, oh, check the Outpost, check the Lowdown. And I was, you know, she's in college, and I was like, what the heck is that? I was in Eugene at the time. I've lived in New York, Boston, and I've never been involved in a community that had a central media platform for news or for happenings like Lowdown, anything on Lost Coast. I was like really amazed when I found out about it. She's like, let's just check the Lowdown, and bam, there's a list of all the karaoke nights happening, theater events, whatever's happening in Humboldt, it's on the Lowdown. And that's the first thing when I was visiting here. Like, what's going on? She said, let's check the Lowdown. And my mind was kind of blown. Then I kind of start browsing the Outpost a bit. I was like, this is crazy. This doesn't exist in Eugene. This doesn't exist in any place that I've been. I mean, you got like the Times, but something that's so curated and centered around the local population for events and news really blew my mind. So it started in 2011. It's hyper local, real-time coverage. People could comment on the stories, free, supported by advertising revenue. There's no print and no paywall. And it's kind of crazy to think that, you know, 12 years ago this was made. It still feels everyone says the company, it's a shared sentiment that it feels so new, but it's already 12 years old, and it's built the trust of our community in a very big way, with a lot of enormous web traffic. Yeah, so we're definitely a go-to news source in Humboldt, and we are independently owned, and we aim to serve our readers. So it's fun, and it's a great little website. So Wild Rivers Outpost as well, that's our website that serves Brookings and Crescent City. So it's the same vibe and same kind of mission statement than Lost Coast Outpost, but we have a couple, 1 or 2 reporters up there that handle the area up there, just so you can get more specific stories for people up in Crescent City. So let's take a look here. This is some data real quick for Lost Coast Outpost, excuse me. You got page views and unique users. Page views shows how many times the website was viewed. So these are February through May of this past year, usually around the 3 million mark. We have about 135,000 page views a day, and you multiply that for the monthly, it goes around 3.5 million, give or take, 3.5, even more, sometimes a little shy, getting up to 4 million, and then around anywhere between 300,000 to 400,000 or plus of unique visitors. So a unique visitor is a new number, like a new person that's coming to visit the site. Versus page views are all the, includes all the page views, includes all the users' page visits. So there's a different metric there. And if we have any more questions on kind of what that goes into, I spent a lot of time explaining this to local businesses. So it's kind of something I'm somewhat familiar with, but it's kind of crazy how when we talk about the metrics and the algorithm, a lot of it is like, marketing really is such a complex thing to study. But these are just some very preliminary, very basic numbers of, how many times the site was visited by any amount of people. And then the number below that, how many unique visitors actually visited the site. So very, very strong, healthy numbers. If we do the math real quick, you have about 4.5, depending on mobile and desktop, for, let's just say 4 for now, the sake of argument, 4 advertisements per page on the Lost Coast Outpost. So any given month, we can deliver 15 to 16 million advertisements for businesses. So there's a lot of traffic, a lot of space, a lot of volume, and the rate too. I don't want to go on a sales thing, but it's like $5 pretty much per thousand ads. We sell them per thousands. And anywhere in Facebook or other popular social media sites, you can see a CPM or a cost per thousand rate of like 10 to 15. And on Loco, it's 5. And we have such a strong presence in the community that it's just like, it's a really good deal. Let's see here. What is next? This is a session, it's more numbers. We actually were able to get it, I think through Google Analytics, we were able to get the specific areas with the numbers of engagement. So these are just the sessions, total number of sessions within a date range. And a session is just any time a user was actively engaged with our website. So it's kind of cool here. You can see May, April, March, February, you got 50,000 all the way to 300,000 sessions. And you can see the cool thing about this is we have it actually broken down by geographic area. So Arcata, Eureka carrying a bulk, and it's kind of fun to see. You see McKinleyville had more in April, almost 40,000 or so. It's like a spike, and it's always cool because I didn't really do my homework too deep, but you can sometimes go back and see, all right, what happened to McKinleyville in April of this year, and see what happened, or if it was a news site, or maybe it was obits. There's a whole bunch of different sources of content that we create on the Outpost that goes just beyond news as well. So going on with that, we will go to what is age demographics. So 18 to 24 is very skewed. This is just ranked by sessions. Kids are on their mom's cell phone plans or their accounts or something, younger people, so they're not always on their own way of ticket of being measured, so to speak. But 25 to 34, that young demographic, 40,000 sessions, it's got a strong hold on a lot of the demographics. 65 up, 35,000 plus. So just a very diverse group of age demographics that we have a strong hold on, and gender is actually 50-50, which again is pretty exciting, pretty cool. And that 18 to 24 number is just a little skewed because it's hard to measure it for digital media consumption. Here we go, little fun facts. The most visited pages are the home page, of course, and then the booked, released, always fun. Obits, very, very popular. CHP Watch, and of course, the one that introduced me to the site, the Lowdown, very popular with like young people and what's going on happening around Humboldt. Average amount of users on the site at any given moment between 400 to 600, and the average time on the site on any given session is around 3 minutes, which is not too short. It's actually pretty high. This is numbers that Bill shared with me, California web traffic ranking. I don't know, it was a 6-month rolling total. I think it was either the first 6 months of this year or the past 6 months of 21. But out of all the sites in based in California, it was we were ranked, I think 3,400, you could see there, 3,400 as far as state websites, news websites. The Chronicle was at 1,600, LA Times at 356. So definitely a cool low number. Low number is better. But just given we're such a unique community up here that I think we actually have a strong following throughout the whole state. People who've been here, people who have lived here once, and keep tabs on what's going on. Lost Coast Outpost is a big way that people do that in the state and beyond the state. Let's see what I got here. This is social media following. This was a Bill slide. He had this in here showing that we got a lot of strong following on social media as far as Lost Coast Outpost is concerned, around 88,000 likes, and a lot of other media outlets as well here in Humboldt. And this is the fam. Old picture. I'm not in this, but you see Bill with the flowers there. Just a few of the faces that make up the crew that we have, and it's just a really wonderful company to work for. I've had a great time working for them. And any questions? There I am, Ben Bailey, Ben at lostcoastoutpost.com. My cell phone number is there. Call, text if you have any questions about marketing, or I'm also a DJ too. I'll plug my show real quick. Every Wednesday night, I have a country western rock and roll show from 7 to 9 on Wednesdays, and that's totally 100% live. And it's been a very fun time, and we've gotten some positive response from people who have been kind of straggling from the 6 o'clock hour over to 7 o'clock, and they're like, "Oh, I haven't heard Jerry Jeff Walker or Johnny Cash or Tammy Wynette in years. This is crazy. This is awesome. Lots of positive response there. So that's my little pet project. And this is Lost Coast Outpost. I'll hand it over. Patrick Clary, if he wants to say anything, unmute himself, or if say hello. He's our interim GM. So if he has any words or anything that I missed, I'd like to welcome him to say hello if he'd like to. Otherwise, that's all I have. If anyone has any questions too, we're both happy to answer them. And it's just been a pleasure being a part of you guys for the past 8 months. Dang. Yeah. I think I started coming here in January, and to these meetings. So it's really it's been a pleasure. So thank you.
That was impressive, Ben. I mean,
Thanks. I'm not trying to like butter it up, but I really believe I moved here of August of last year, and I started bartending at Carter House, and I saw the job opening for the DJ position. I went out for it, and got passed on it for someone with a lot more experience. And I was like, all right, so I still want to be involved. And I ended up bartending Bill at the Carter House. And I said, hey, like, I really want to work for this company. I did media in college, radio, and I believe in this company. I believe in the Outpost. I believe in the live and local radio aspect of it. So it's just been a super joy. And not only that too, from the sales side of it, getting to know you guys and know the businesses too. It's just it's been a crazy journey. So thank you again.
Well, I know we've got Nikki on the call too. And I'm not sure, Ben, were you part of the project with the Fortuna High with the businesses?
The CTE. Yeah. So we had some salespeople facilitate that. We were just kind of the middlemen between the students and Simon's class and the businesses that kind of got it. And it was cool because it was a learning experience for both. We got some businesses who were in Fortuna, based out of, so anyone who didn't know, Simon Rios's class ran during his graphic design class at Fortuna High, and Nikki teamed up with him in the high school to get free advertisements designed made by Fortuna High students that we put on the Lost Coast Outpost. And it was cool because I saw it go both ways. I saw, I had the opportunity to teach businesses whose only logo was their sign they had on their Facebook thing or something about digital marketing and stuff. And they got to see kind of, the numbers of click-through rates and XYZ metrics and stuff, as well as the kids learning how to make and design ads. So it was cool to see both sides of people kind of like who haven't come in contact with digital advertising in their way to learn about it. So that was actually a really, really cool project that I believe it was Nikki's doing to team up with Simon in the Fortuna High class and do that. And that was really, really cool.
Yeah, well, we appreciated being part of it too, just connecting some of our members with you guys for that project. And hopefully we'll see it again this year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was pretty successful.
Yeah, it seemed like the merchants that we talked to were really pleased, especially Humboldt Brow Gal with her blinking eye. That one was really cool. She loved that one. She was so happy.
Oh yeah. No, it's fun to see their like faces kind of light up, because then you make a little sheet with how it looks on the website, and everyone knows what Lost Coast Outpost looks like, and then they see their ads on it, and it's just like, how cool, kind of warms their heart. Same thing with radio, TV. People hear the ads either when I send it to them from production or when they hear them on air, and it's just like, it's cool. It's tangible. It's really neat.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Ben? Comments? Well, you and I will have to get together, Ben, and start working on some commercials.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite thing to do too. I do little audio production too. So I'm not technically on the production team, but sales guys are welcome to kind of take their stab at making their own ads and stuff. So I have done that on behalf of some clients and stuff, and it's been a really good time. So yeah, I'm always open for marketing questions, radio questions. I'm actually working with let's see, the Kiwanis, the Quarter Mania. Let me see, because we're gonna have on the show and having a quick interview real quick about the Quarter Mania event. So
cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, we got to start banging out some Apple Harvest Festival.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
let's get that going for sure.
Great. Anybody else with questions or comments, or we'll let Ben go? Okay, just to remind everybody, this is it for us on Zoom for the time being. We'll be taking a break in September, no meetings. We'll be back in October probably with our first endeavor back will be a city council candidate forum. We have 5 people vying for 3 seats. So it's a contest. So it should be a good forum. So we'll keep you guys posted on when that's going to be. And remember, enjoy your holiday on Monday. We'll be off and we'll see you sometime in October. And with that, thank you, Ben, for being here. Thank you, Patrick, for both being here. It was great. And see you guys later. Have a good week and a great holiday. Bye for now.